All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, as it seems we've been all week long. And this time, we're going to talk about Devin Haney's reaction to Shakur Stevenson calling him out and the non-answer that he gave. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We are in the 135-pound division where I can smell duck in the air. Not quite cooked all the way, but it seems like we're headed in that direction. Just read an article that talked about an interview that Devin Haney gave to DAZN boxing show, in which he was asked questions about Shakur Stevenson and the fact that Shakur Stevenson called him out after the fight that Shakur had with Yoshina this weekend. Now, before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. But let's do this, because man, them Haney's a slick, man. Real slick with their wording. Now, this is a written interview. This is an excerpt of a written interview, but it sure sounds like dodging the question to me. Now, let's talk about it. Shakur Stevenson, former 126-pound WBO champion, former WBO and WBC 130-pound champion, just moved up to lightweight and beat Yoshina in his first fight in the division. Got a knockout stoppage that I thought was a little bit premature, but whatever. He knocked him down 2 times. He was winning the fight easy. It is what it is. He wins the fight. After the fight, though, with no uncertain terms, he says he wants to fight Devin Haney next because he wants to win all the belts. Devin Haney does not respond to that until yesterday, which is, I do believe, Wednesday, that he responded to it. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. He responds to it, which is unique in and of itself, because usually Devin Haney will respond to something like that right on Twitter the minute that they say it. Didn't hear a word, didn't hear a peep out of him. Did hear from Bill Haney, who was did the YouTube talk show circuit, and did a lot of talking about it. A whole lot, very few promises about that fight actually getting made. And in the past, they had said that fight, the one between Shakur and Devin Haney, will happen at 140, 147, somewhere off in the future. And now that Devin Haney is actually talking about it, this is what he says. He said, I'm happy that he called me out, that being Shakur Stevenson. He's supposed to call me out. I say I'm the man in the weight class. I say I'm the man with all the belts, which is true. Then what's wrong with another competitor calling you out? And then he talks about the fact that Shakur Stevenson said that he always got the best of him when he sparred. And he said the last time we sparred, he was 16 and I was 16 and he was 17. The sparring was back and forth. There were times when he got the better of me. There were times when I got the better of him. What you did when we were kids it's got nothing to do with what we do now. Now, you have to excuse me for this, but I was waiting for the answer to the question. Are you going to fight Devin Haney next? Do you want to fight Shakur Stevenson next? Is that a fight that is going to happen next? What do you think about making the fight? What Devin Haney says, according to this article, and I'm almost certain that if he had said anything more concrete, that it would also be in the article. He said, well, what's wrong with him calling me out? That is answering the question without a question. He's with a question. Answering the question with a question. What do you think of the call out? Well, I think that it's good that he called me out. I'm the man. He's supposed to call me out. Yeah, but that's not quite what we're looking for. We want to know if you're going to fight him. No answer to that. No answer to that. Let me tell you what I think the scenario is. I think they do, and I've said this in multiple videos, and I'm going to maintain this. They think the same thing that they thought before Devin Haney before Shakur Stevenson called him out, which is they don't want to do the fight anytime soon. They want to do it at 140 or they want to do it at 147. Please understand that Devin Haney may be at 140. I don't know. He could be at 140 in 2024. He said, or at least Bill Haney said, that he's going to be at 140, at 135 for the rest of the year. But he could be there. He could be there this year. He could be there next year. Shakur Stevenson, on the other hand, who is looking for undisputed and to get belts in that division, probably is not going to be there till at least 2025. So that's a year off. When do you think that they're going to actually be at 147 pounds? Jaron Ennis is there. They're not going to be at that weight class until Jaron Ennis is long gone, because that's an L for Shakur, and that is an L. That's an L for Shakur, and that is a devastating L for Devin Haney. So long and short of it is, he didn't answer the question. He didn't say anything about fighting him next, even though the WBC says that Shakur Stevenson will be the mandatory of the winner between Lomachenko and Devin Haney. I think it's very safe to say that we're probably never going to see that fight if Devin Haney is not absolutely trapped into it. And I'm being very, very blunt about why I say that. It has a lot to do with the second part of this, where he says, the last time we sparred, we were 16. I was 16 and he was 17. The sparring was back and forth. If that sparring was back and forth, Devin Haney would have said he got the best of him. Shakur Stevenson was like, nah, I got the best of him. And every tape that I've seen, the one that's up on the net, definitely has Shakur Stevenson getting the upper hand on him. But what we did when we were kids got nothing to do with what happens now. That is not what he says about Gervonta Tank Davis and his sparring with Gervonta Davis. He's very affirmative that I owned him, I destroyed him. Sparring meant a lot when they were younger for Devin Haney when he's talking about Gervonta Davis. But he's very dismissive of it with Shakur. At the end of the day, the guy that was saying that he's calling out everybody and wants to fight everybody is now presented with a choice. Somebody's calling you out that has all of the ability in the world, is one of the top fighters in the world. What you going to do about it? And we'll see whether or not he takes that fight or he does not take that fight. But if he says he can fight Gervonta Davis, but he moves up and goes away from Shakur Stevenson, you can call it what it is. But like I said, I can smell it in the air. It is what it is, though. That's my opinion on the matter. You let me know what you think. And with that, I'm out. Peace.